Imagine walking into a town with a message of peace and being met with stones and rejection, and what now? Would you even imagine a prophet, so pious, so truthful, who has never harmed anyone, not even a small ant, marching in the streets of Taif to spread the message of peace and Allah, and what he gets instead from the people of Taif? Let us find out in today's video. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Naseeha Studio. Today we will be talking about one of the saddest moments in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which even led to blood coming out of his body. The journey begins. In the early years of his mission, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced immense challenges in Mecca. The message of monotheism was not well received by the Quraysh tribe, who felt their power and traditions threatened. Determined to find a receptive audience, Prophet Muhammad decided to travel to Taif, a city known for its beauty and cool climate. He set out on this journey with his loyal companion, Zayd ibn Haritha. The distance from Mecca to Taif was around 100 kilometers, and they traveled on foot, enduring the harsh desert conditions. Despite the physical strain, their spirits were high, fueled by the hope of finding acceptance and support in Taif. Arrival in Taif. After days of arduous travel through the scorching desert, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd ibn Haritha finally saw the lush green landscapes of Taif in the distance. Taif, known for its gardens and cool climate, was a stark contrast to the harsh environment they had left behind in Mecca. The city, perched high in the mountains, seemed like a beacon of hope for their mission. As they entered the city, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd took a moment to absorb the beauty around them. The vibrant greenery and the cool breeze provided a brief respite from their journey. They approached the heart of the city with cautious optimism, knowing that their message was controversial and often met with resistance. Their first stop was to meet with the leaders of Taif, three brothers who held considerable influence in the city. These chieftains, known for their wealth and power, were the key to gaining the support of the people. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, with his innate dignity and grace, approached them with a heartfelt message of monotheism, justice, and compassion. "People of Taif," he began, "I come to you with a message from Allah, the one and only God. Worship Him alone and abandon the false gods that bring no benefit or harm. Embrace this path of righteousness and compassion, and you will find peace and prosperity in this life and the next." The chieftains, however, were not moved by his words. They listened with growing irritation, their expressions hardening with every sentence. To them, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was an outsider, a threat to their traditions and authority. One of the brothers, with a sneer, responded, "If you are truly a prophet, then why has your own people not believed in you? Why come to us?" Despite the hostility, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, remained calm and patient. He continued to speak of the benefits of monotheism and the importance of justice and mercy, hoping to touch their hearts. But his words fell on deaf ears. The chieftains not only rejected his message, but also mocked and ridiculed him openly. One of them, with a dismissive wave of his hand, said, "You think we will follow you and abandon our gods? Leave our city, for we do not want your message or your presence here." Feeling humiliated and deeply saddened, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd realized that their hopes of finding support in Taif were quickly fading. The chieftains, unwilling to tolerate their presence any longer, incited the townspeople against them. They spread rumors and stirred up anger, convincing the residents that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a dangerous madman who needed to be driven out. Soon, a crowd began to gather, fueled by the leader's incitement. The people of Taif, who had initially been curious about the newcomers, turned hostile. They began to shout insults and hurl stones at Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd, forcing them to flee through the narrow streets of the city. The pelting continued relentlessly, and the pain of the stones was compounded by the bitter disappointment of their rejection. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd ran until they were out of the city, bloodied and exhausted. They found refuge in a nearby orchard, where they collapsed under the shade of a tree. The owners of the orchard, seeing their state, sent a servant named Adas with a bowl of grapes. Adas, a Christian slave, approached them with kindness and compassion, offering them the grapes. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, despite his injuries, smiled warmly at Adas and thanked him. He said, "In whose name do you offer this fruit?" Adas replied, "In the name of Allah, the most merciful." Touched by the gesture, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spoke to Adas about his mission and the message of Islam. Adas, recognizing the truth in his words, embraced Islam on the spot. This small act of kindness and faith was a glimmer of hope amidst the overwhelming rejection and pain. As Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zaid rested in the orchard, the reality of their situation set in. They had faced not only physical harm, but also the emotional toll of rejection by those they had hoped to enlighten. Yet in that moment of despair, Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, faith remained unshaken. He turned to Allah in prayer, seeking strength and guidance for the challenges ahead. The rejection, the harsh treatment in Taif, was a severe blow to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companion Zaid ibn Haritha. The leader's rejection was not merely verbal, it quickly turned into physical persecution. The chieftains of Taif, having dismissed and ridiculed the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spurred the townspeople to act violently against him. The people of Taif gathered in large numbers, their anger stoked by the leader's words. They surrounded Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zaid, shouting insults and taunts. The situation escalated rapidly as the mob began to throw stones at them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and Zaid tried to shield themselves, but the relentless pelting caused them to bleed profusely. Despite the intense pain and suffering, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, remained calm and patient. He did not retaliate or curse the people of Taif. Instead, he endured the abuse with remarkable dignity and strength. The rejection he faced in Taif was one of the most painful episodes in his mission, both physically and emotionally. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zaid managed to flee from the mob, running until they were well outside the city limits. Exhausted, bleeding, and bruised, they sought refuge in a small orchard owned by two wealthy brothers, Utbah and Sheba. Seeing their condition, the brothers sent their Christian servant Adas with a bowl of grapes to offer them some relief. Adas approached them with compassion and offered the grapes. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, despite his injuries, smiled warmly at Adas and thanked him. "In whose name do you offer this fruit?" he asked. Adas replied, "In the name of Allah, the most merciful." Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, recognizing the kindness in Adas's gesture, spoke to him about his mission and the message of Islam. Adas, moved by the Prophet's, peace be upon him, words, and the grace with which he bore his suffering, embraced Islam on the spot. This act of faith was a small yet significant beacon of hope in the midst of immense hardship. After eating the grapes and resting for a while, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, turned to Allah in prayer. He poured out his heart, expressing his sorrow and seeking guidance and strength. His prayer, known as the Taif prayer, is a poignant testament to his unwavering faith and resilience. "O Allah, to you alone I complain of my weakness, my insufficiency, and my helplessness before people. O most merciful of the merciful, you are the Lord of the weak, and you are my Lord. To whom do you leave me? To a distant person who receives me with hostility, or to an enemy to whom you have given power over me? As long as you are not angry with me, I do not care. Your favor is more expansive for me. I seek refuge in the light of your face, by which all darkness is dispelled, and every affair of this world and the next is set right, lest your anger or your displeasure descend upon me. I desire your pleasure and satisfaction until you are pleased. There is no power and no might except by you." The pain and rejection in Taif tested Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, endurance and faith like never before, yet his commitment to his mission and his trust in Allah remained unshaken. He did not harbor any ill will towards the people of Taif. Instead, he prayed for their guidance and forgiveness, hoping that one day they would embrace the truth. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zaid eventually decided to return to Mecca. The journey back was filled with uncertainty, as they knew the Quraysh would not welcome them warmly. However, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sent a message to Mutim ibn Adi, a respected leader in Mecca, seeking his protection. Mutim, moved by the situation, agreed to grant them protection, allowing them to enter Mecca safely. The experience in Taif left a profound impact on Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It was a testament to his patience, resilience, and unwavering faith in Allah. Despite the rejection and physical harm, he did not harbor any ill will towards the people of Taif. Instead, he prayed for their guidance and forgiveness. Years later, after the conquest of Mecca, the people of Taif came to accept Islam, a testament to the enduring power of Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, message of peace and forgiveness. The story of Taif continues to inspire millions around the world, demonstrating that even in the face of immense adversity, faith and determination can light the way forward. The prayer. After seeking refuge in the orchard and receiving kindness from Adas, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, found a moment of quiet to reflect and turn to Allah. The pain from the physical injuries and the emotional wounds of rejection weighed heavily on him. His heart remained steadfast in its devotion to Allah. In the serene surroundings of the orchard, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, knelt in prayer. His prayer was an intimate conversation with Allah, a profound expression of his sorrow, humility, and unwavering faith. This prayer, known as the Taif prayer, is a powerful testament to his resilience and trust in Allah's wisdom and mercy. O Allah, to you alone I complain of my weakness, my insufficiency, and my helplessness before people, he began. Despite the physical agony and the emotional torment, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not complain about the people of Taif or their treatment of him. Instead, he acknowledged his own vulnerability and sought Allah's strength and guidance. O most merciful of the merciful, you are the Lord of the weak, and you are my Lord, he continued. In these words, he reaffirmed his faith in Allah's mercy and compassion. Despite the rejection and pain, he recognized that Allah was always with him, the protector of the weak and the source of all strength. To whom do you leave me? To a distant person who receives me with hostility, or to an enemy to whom you have given power over me? He asked. This plea highlighted his isolation and the hostility he faced. Yet it was not a complaint, but a sincere question seeking understanding and solace from Allah. As long as you are not angry with me, I do not care, he declared. This profound statement showed that for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the greatest concern was not the suffering inflicted by people, but the pleasure and approval of Allah. His unwavering commitment was to Allah's will, regardless of the hardships he faced. Your favor is more expansive for me, he continued, acknowledging that Allah's grace and mercy were boundless, far greater than any worldly suffering. This recognition filled him with hope and resilience, knowing that Allah's blessings and support were always within reach. I seek refuge in the light of your face, by which all darkness is dispelled, and every affair of this world and the next is set right, lest your anger or your displeasure descend upon me, he prayed. Here, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sought refuge in Allah's divine light, the ultimate source of guidance and clarity. He expressed his fear of Allah's displeasure, showing his deep humility and devotion. I desire your pleasure and satisfaction until you are pleased, he continued. This line encapsulated his life's mission, to serve and please Allah, regardless of the challenges and obstacles he faced. His dedication to Allah's satisfaction was unwavering, a testament to his profound faith. There is no power and no might except by you, he concluded. These final words reaffirmed his absolute reliance on Allah. Despite the rejection, pain, and hardship, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, recognized that all power and might come from Allah alone, and it was in Allah that he placed his trust and sought strength. The Taif prayer is a moving and powerful reflection of Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, character. It showcases his humility, resilience, and unwavering faith in Allah, even in the face of immense adversity. Despite the pain and rejection, he did not harbor anger or bitterness. Instead, he turned to Allah, seeking strength, guidance, and the ability to continue his mission with patience and perseverance. This prayer, offered in the solitude of the orchard, became a source of inspiration for millions. It demonstrated that in moments of profound hardship and rejection, turning to Allah with sincerity and faith could provide the strength and guidance needed to persevere. Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, response to the rejection at Taif is a timeless lesson in patience, resilience, and the power of unwavering faith. Return to Mecca. After the harrowing experience in Taif, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd ibn Haritha, faced the daunting task of returning to Mecca. The journey back was filled with uncertainty and danger, as they knew the Quraysh would not welcome them warmly. Their mission in Taif had not only ended in rejection, but also in physical harm and humiliation. As they left the orchard, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, remained calm and composed, despite the pain and exhaustion. His heart was filled with a renewed sense of purpose and an unshakable trust in Allah. The support and newfound faith of Adas, the Christian servant, had given them a glimmer of hope and comfort amidst the overwhelming adversity. The return journey was arduous, traversing the harsh desert landscape under the relentless sun. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd pressed on, relying on their faith and determination to see them through. As they approached the outskirts of Mecca, the reality of their precarious situation became more apparent. Entering Mecca without protection could expose them to further persecution from the Quraysh, who had been increasingly hostile towards the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his followers. In a strategic move, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, decided to seek the protection of a respected leader in Mecca. He sent a message to Mutim ibn Adi, a nobleman from the Banu Nawfal clan, requesting his support. Mutim, known for his sense of honor and justice, was moved by the plight of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Despite not being a follower of Islam, Mutim recognized the injustice of the situation and agreed to offer his protection. Mutim ibn Adi and his sons, armed and prepared, escorted Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Zayd into Mecca. This public display of protection was a powerful statement, signaling to the Quraysh that any harm to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would be met with serious consequences. The presence of Mutim and his sons ensured that the Prophet, peace be upon him, could re-enter Mecca safely. Upon entering the city, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made his way to the Kaaba, a central and sacred place for all Meccans. His presence there, under the protection of Mutim, was a testament to his resilience and unwavering commitment to his mission. Despite the rejection in Taif and the hostility in Mecca, he continued to preach the message of Islam with patience and determination. The experience in Taif had left a lasting impact on Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It was a severe test of his faith and endurance, but it also reaffirmed his unwavering trust in Allah. The rejection and physical harm he endured did not deter him from his mission. Instead, it strengthened his resolve and deepened his compassion for those who had yet to embrace the message of Islam. In the following days, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, resumed his efforts to spread the message of monotheism, justice, and compassion. The support from Mutim ibn Adi provided a temporary shield against the immediate threats, allowing him to continue his work in Mecca. The experience in Taif and the subsequent return to Mecca highlighted the importance of resilience, faith, and strategic alliances in the face of adversity. Years later, the memory of Taif would serve as a powerful reminder of the Prophet's, peace be upon him, dedication and perseverance. The people of Taif, who had once rejected and harmed him, eventually embraced Islam, a testament to the enduring power of his message of peace and forgiveness. The return to Mecca marked a pivotal moment in the Prophet's, peace be upon him, mission. It demonstrated his ability to overcome immense challenges with patience, wisdom, and unwavering faith in Allah. The lessons learned from Taif and the journey back to Mecca continue to inspire millions around the world, emphasizing the importance of resilience, compassion, and steadfast faith in the face of adversity. The aftermath. The rejection at Taif was a significant episode in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, but it was far from the end of his mission. The ordeal tested his resilience and faith, ultimately strengthening his resolve. The pain and suffering he endured became a source of profound spiritual and personal growth, both for himself and his followers. Upon returning to Mecca, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, continued to face hostility from the Quraysh. Despite the protection offered by Mutim ibn Adi, the environment in Mecca remained tense and dangerous for the early Muslims. The Quraysh intensified their efforts to undermine and persecute the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his followers, hoping to extinguish the growing influence of Islam. However, the experience in Taif had imparted crucial lessons. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, understood the importance of patience, perseverance, and strategic thinking. He continued to preach the message of Islam, focusing on those who were marginalized and oppressed in Meccan society. His compassion, humility, and unwavering faith began to attract more followers, slowly but surely. One of the most significant outcomes of the Taif experience was the divine intervention that followed. Not long after his return to Mecca, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, experienced the miraculous event of Al-Isra and Miraj, the night journey and ascension. During this event, he was spiritually transported from the Kaaba in Mecca to Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, and then ascended to the heavens, where he received divine revelations and guidance from Allah. This event reinforced his faith and provided him with the strength and encouragement to continue his mission. The growing number of followers and the increasing hostility from the Quraysh eventually led to the pivotal moment of the Hijrah, the migration to Medina. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his followers left Mecca, seeking refuge in a more welcoming environment. The city of Medina, formerly known as Yathrib, became a sanctuary where the Muslims could practice their faith freely and build a cohesive and supportive community. In Medina, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established a society based on justice, compassion, and equality. The principles of Islam began to flourish, attracting more converts and strengthening the Muslim community. The lessons learned from the rejection in Taif played a crucial role in shaping the Prophet's, peace be upon him, approach to leadership and community building. The people of Taif, who had once rejected and harmed the Prophet, peace be upon him, eventually came to accept Islam. The transformation of Taif from a place of rejection to a community of believers was a testament to the enduring power of Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, message of peace, forgiveness, and compassion. Years after the initial rejection, the people of Taif embraced Islam wholeheartedly, recognizing the truth and wisdom in the message they had once spurned. The experience in Taif also highlighted the importance of forgiveness and compassion in the face of adversity. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not harbor any resentment or seek revenge against the people of Taif. Instead, he prayed for their guidance and forgiveness, embodying the core principles of Islam. His response to the rejection in Taif became a powerful example of mercy and patience, inspiring millions of Muslims throughout history. The story of Taif continues to inspire Muslims around the world, demonstrating that even in the face of immense adversity, faith and determination can light the way forward. The lessons learned from this experience underscore the importance of patience, forgiveness, and unwavering trust in Allah, guiding believers through their own challenges and struggles in life. The story of Taif is a powerful reminder of the challenges faced by Prophet Muhammad in his mission. It highlights his resilience, faith, and the ultimate triumph of his message. It also teaches us the importance of patience, perseverance, and forgiveness in the face of adversity. The legacy of Taif continues to inspire millions around the world, demonstrating that even in the darkest moments, faith and determination can light the way forward. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more content celebrating the Islamic heritage. Your support really helps spread these important stories and teachings. We hope that Allah brings peace, happiness, and success to you and your family.